Déjà vu. You step into a cafe, hearing the clatter of trays, the low hum of chatter, and the barista calling out an order. A name you somehow already know. A black cat darts past your legs, and then it hits you. You have been here before. Exactly like this. It is not just recognition, you know what is coming next. The man by the window will glance at his watch. The woman at the counter will drop her keys in a few seconds. The door will swing open, and you have already guessed who will walk in. Science calls déjà vu a minor brain glitch, a hiccup that tags the present as a past memory. But if it is just a glitch, why does it feel so eerily real? Some argue it is not a mistake at all. It is proof time is not linear. That you have lived this moment before, maybe in a loop, or worse, you died in another reality. If that is true, how many times have you been here? The Mandela effect. Reality patches when you are offline. Let us test it. Does Pikachu have a black tail? Think hard. You have seen Pikachu thousands of times. Cards, games, movies. You are sure of how he looks. So, yes or no? If you said yes, congratulations. You have just hit the Mandela effect. Pikachu's tail has never been black, not in the games, not in the anime, nowhere, yet millions swear they remember it that way. Let us try another. Does the Monopoly man wear a monocle? Of course he does. You have seen him. The rich old guy with a top hat, a suit, and that little monocle. Except he does not. He never has. The Mandela effect is this weird phenomenon where tons of people remember something one way, only to find out it never existed like that. At least not anymore. It is named after Nelson Mandela. Loads of folks recall him dying in prison in the 1980s. Watching his funeral on television, reading the headlines, even talking about it in school. But that did not happen. He was released, became South Africa's president, and died in 2013. So why do millions share the same false memory? The common explanation is that human memory is terrible, it is flawed, unreliable. A few people misremember, tell others, and soon the fake memory spreads like a virus. But if so many recall something differently from history, what if history changed? What if these are reality updates? Little server-side patches overriding the past but leaving glitches behind? What if you just missed the update? Some believe it is evidence we are shifting between timelines, slipping into slightly altered versions of reality where our memories do not quite line up. Others think it is sloppy maintenance, reality gets patched, but some details slip through the cracks. Either way, if you notice something change that should not, it is already too late. Missing time. It is 3:02 in the afternoon. You blink, and now it is 3:47. You did not move, did not check your phone, were not distracted, yet 45 minutes vanished. They call it highway hypnosis. Your brain zones out and runs on autopilot, typical on long, monotonous drives. The idea is your mind is awake, but your memory stops recording. It makes sense, except some people lose time without driving. They are at home watching television, and suddenly it is dark. Someone is wiping down their kitchen, looks up, and an hour is gone. Others say it happens mid-conversation, they're chatting with a friend. Then the friend stares oddly, as if they had gone silent for minutes. Some feel that during those lost moments, something happened, but they are not allowed to remember. It is like someone edited the footage of their life, snipping out the parts that did not make the final cut, the stuff we are never meant to see. Bystander effect. You are walking down a busy street when someone collapses. Out cold. A crowd forms, but no one moves. You wait for someone to step up. A doctor. A good Samaritan, but everyone just stares. That is the bystander effect. A bizarre glitch. The more people around, the less likely anyone acts. Because everyone assumes someone else will. And since they all assume that, no one does. It gets stranger. There are cases where crowds just stood there, watching something awful unfold when helping would have been easy. A person choking in a restaurant. A woman attacked in broad daylight. Even a child drowning. No one wants to be the first to move. No one wants the responsibility. It is like they are stuck in a holding pattern, waiting for the main character to kick things off. And what if, just for a second, we consider this is not just human nature? What if some people really do act like non-player characters, only responding when prompted? If so, next time you are in a crowd, look around. Is everyone truly playing the same game as you? Doppelgängers. Picture this. You are walking along and see yourself, not a lookalike, not a twin, but you. Same face, same clothes, same movements. At first, your brain scrambles for logic. A coincidence. A weird reflection. But then it looks at you. And you realize it knows who you are. Throughout history, people have reported seeing their doubles. And it is almost never good news. Take Abraham Lincoln, days before his assassination. He supposedly saw his reflection in a mirror. But there were two. One normal. One ghostly pale. His wife took it as a sign he would die. And, well, we know how that ended. Maybe Lincoln was exhausted. Maybe his mind conjured an extra image. Or maybe it was a system error. What if reality accidentally spawned two of you for a split second? Maybe you glimpsed yourself from another timeline. Or worse, something is trying to take your place. Whatever it is, if you spot your exact duplicate, turn around and walk away fast. Sleep paralysis. It is the middle of the night. Your eyes snap open. You see your room, the ceiling, the faint glow of streetlights outside. Everything is normal, except you cannot move a muscle. Your arms and legs are locked. You try to scream, but no sound comes out. Then you feel it. A presence at the foot of your bed. This is sleep paralysis, and if you have never had it, congratulations, you have dodged one of the worst free trials the human body offers. People describe it as being trapped inside themselves. Science says it is a sleep cycle glitch, during rapid eye movement sleep. Your body paralyzes itself to stop you from acting out dreams. Wake up mid-cycle, and your brain is alert but your muscles are not. It lasts seconds, maybe a minute, but feels like forever to those stuck in it. Here is the weird part. It does not just bring paralysis, it brings company. Across cultures, eras, and continents, people report the same thing. A dark figure watching them. If it is just a random brain malfunction, why do millions see the exact same hallucination? Two possibilities. 1. Our brains are wired to conjure terrifying shadows in this state. An evolutionary prank to make a bad moment worse. 2. Those things are always there, and sleep paralysis is the only time you catch a glimpse. Spontaneous human combustion. Imagine you are in your living room, reading a book, sipping tea, nothing out of the ordinary. Then, without warning, you burst into flames. Not from a spilled candle or clothes catching fire, but from inside you. By the time someone finds you, you are ash, maybe with a pair of legs left behind. This is spontaneous human combustion. One of the strangest, creepiest things ever documented. Science has answers for a lot. But here, they are stumped. One half-baked theory is the wick effect. Body fat burns slowly like candle wax. But why does it sometimes stop halfway? Take Margaret Hogan, an 89-year-old widow from Dublin. On March 28, 1970, she was found burned to almost nothing in her home. Plastic flowers on the table had melted into goo. The television screen 12 feet away was warped beyond recognition. Yet her feet and lower legs were untouched. An inquest ruled her death as burning. Cause unknown. So what is the deal? 1. The human body has a hidden self-destruct button. 2. Some people accidentally trigger an irreversible glitch. 3. Reality occasionally decides to take someone out with flair. Whatever it is, if you start feeling oddly warm with no flame nearby, you have about 3 seconds to figure it out. Quantum immortality. You should be dead. That car missed you by inches. Lucky, right? Or maybe you cannot die. Quantum immortality suggests that every time you die, your consciousness leaps. Not to heaven or hell, but to the nearest reality where you survive. To you, death never happens. You just wake up in worlds where you barely made it. Take Fr. Cello, a man who should have died over and over. In 1954, his train derailed into an icy river, 17 drowned. He did not. The next year, he was sucked out of a plane mid-flight and landed in a haystack. Then bus crashes, car wrecks, a car explosion, and finally, he won the lottery. To him, he never died. The scary part? If quantum immortality is real, you will never experience your own end. The versions of you that died, you do not recall, they're gone. But what happens when there is no reality left where you survive? Is there a final game over? Or does reality keep you going forever? And if so, how long have you really been alive? Thanks for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed it. See you later.